Hello students, let's continue the session on integers. In the previous session, we have learned absolute value of an integer. Absolute value of an integer is the number which is at a particular distance from 0. And I had mentioned you in the last class that we would learn a new concept called as summing up or adding integers. I want you to observe this. Here I have brought some coins. On the coins there are numbers written. On the green coins +1 is written. On the blue colored -1 is written. Suppose if I combine this, if I take this together, the total becomes 0. When I pair them and remove it, the total becomes 0. We have learned in our previous session that the distance of modulus 3 or absolute value of 3 is 3. The absolute value of -3 is also 3. When the absolute values difference is taken, 3 minus 3 becomes 0. In other words, absolute value of 3 added to absolute value of -3, we get the sum as 6, but when we find the difference, it will be 0. When we do this 3 added to -3, it becomes 0. I want you to see one more. Look at this. Here I have brought green colored 4 coins and blue colored 6 coins. When I group them together, when +1 and -1 are added, it becomes 0. One more +1 -1 added, it becomes 0. Two more +1 plus -1 are added, they become 0, and the number of -1s left out are 2. What does it mean? When +4 is added with -6, we get the result as -2. When +4 is added to -6, the result will be -2. Look at this scenario. Here I have changed the type of the coins. 6 coins are +1 and 4 coins are -1. Now if I combine them, the 4 coins of +1 and 4 coins of -1, they make the sum as 0. The final total left out is 2 +1s. So when we have +6 added to -4, the result will be +2. We will understand this concept by using a number line. Let's see how to add the integers on the number line. For doing so, we require to follow a procedure. What is the procedure to be followed? First step is we need to draw a number line and mark integers on that. Second step is we will start from the point representing the first number on the number line. The third important step is we will move as many units as the second number to be. In moving, we move to the right of the first number if the second number is a positive, and we move towards left of the first number if the second number is negative. That's the third step. And the fourth step is we obtain the number representing the point reached in the previous step. This number represents the sum of the given integers. Let us understand each of these steps with example. Let me consider few examples. The following examples will explain the use of the above procedure to add two integers on a number line. Represent the following number on number line. Positive 3 added to positive 4. What we do is we begin at 0, we move 3 units to the right of it to arrive at a point A which represents positive 3. The second number is positive, so we move towards right of A and we arrive at point B representing 7, and the result would be 7. Let's do that stepwise. The first step is we will draw a number line. We will start from 0. We move towards the first number 3 and we denote it by a letter A which represents positive 3. The next number is a positive number. We start at that point A and we start moving towards the right 4 steps, 4 units to reach at point B. This point B gives the result, and the result obtained is 7. So whenever positive 3 is added to positive 4, the result will be positive 7. Look at the type of the integer here. 2 positive integers added gives a positive integer. Alright, let's see the next example. This time we shall take a negative integer and add with a positive integer. In particular, I'll take a negative integer to be a smaller one, minus 3 added to positive 4. We shall follow the step like we begin at 0 and first move 3 units to the left of 0 because it's a negative number to arrive at A. The second number is a positive number. Then we start from the point A and move towards the right of A and we arrive at point B which represents the result. Let's take the number line. We shall start from 0, move towards the left, reach 3 steps, 3 units. The point is represented as A. From that point, we move right side because the next number is positive. 4 units we move towards the positive direction and we arrive at point B. This point B indicates the number as a result. So when minus 3, negative 3 is added to the positive number 4, we get the result as positive 1. Look at this. These type of numbers are integers. They are unlike integers. Unlike because their signs are different. One is a positive, other is a negative. When unlike integers are added, we get the positive result provided the sign with the absolute value of number is larger. Here, the absolute value of negative 3, absolute value of negative 3 is 3, absolute value of 4 is 4. Which absolute value is larger? 4 is larger. So the 4 which contains a positive sign will be the sign of the result. So the resultant is positive 1. Let's look at one more scenario. We shall take up a positive number added to a negative number. I am taking plus 4 added to minus 3. We begin at 0 and move 4 units to the right of 0, arrive at A which represents positive 4, and the second number is a negative 3, so we move towards the left of A and arrive at B representing 1. Let's take a number line, start at 0, move 4 units. The reach point is named as A, and this A represents 4. Now the next number is a negative number, so we'll start at that point and start moving towards left 3 units, and we arrive at point B. This point B, which is positive 1, indicates the result. Here, when positive 4 is added to negative 3, the result obtained is positive 1. What you need to observe is which absolute value is larger, the absolute value of negative 3. Let me write it properly once again. The absolute value of negative 3 is 3. Absolute value of positive 4 is 4. The absolute value 4 is larger than 3. Therefore, the larger number containing the sign, positive sign, will be there for the answer. So the result is a positive number. Understood? Let's take up one more scenario. Let me take this time 2 negative integers when negative 3 is added to negative 4. What we do is we begin at 0 and first move 3 units to the left of 0 because it's a negative number, arrive at point A. This point A represents negative 3. The second number is negative 4. So we need to move 4 units to the same direction, left to A, arrive at B. This represents negative 7. Let's do that. Take a number line, start at 0, move 3 units to the left to indicate the point A representing negative 3. Start from that point, start moving in the same direction towards left of A, arrive at point B. This point B is the result, which indicates negative 7. Here you observe when negative 3 added to negative 4, the result obtained is negative 7. Observe carefully, these are both negative. They are called as like integers. Whenever like integers are added, we get the same sign, -7. So in total, what did we learn? We learned addition of integer. What if the given numbers are larger? Can we add them on a number line? No, we shouldn't do that. We have to follow certain rules. What are the rules to be followed? I mentioned just now there are 2 types of integers. They are unlike integers and like integers. What are these like integers and what are unlike integers? When 3 and 4 are taken together as a pair, both positive integers, they are like. When negative 3, negative 4 both are considered, both negative integers, these are like integers. When a positive integer and negative integer is considered, or a negative integer and a positive integers are considered, they are unlike integers. Then we need to learn how to add like integers and how to add unlike integers. Remember, like integers, whenever you add, we add absolute values and keep the same sign. What do I mean by writing in this way? I'll tell you with an example. Whenever say 30 is added to 40, both are positive integers, the result will be 70. Here the absolute value of 30 is 30, absolute value of 40 is 40, so the result is 70, which is having the same sign. If 25, negative 25 is added to negative 5, the result will be negative 30. We keep the same sign. The sign of these two integers, we keep it same when the type of the integer is like integer. One more thing to remember. Whenever we add unlike integer, what we need to do is absolute values are to be considered and difference to be found. So find the difference of the absolute value, then consider the sign of larger absolute value. What do I mean by writing in this way? Let me consider example. Say positive 70 added to negative 30. What will be the result? As I mentioned, we find the difference of the absolute values. What is the absolute value of 70? It is positive 70. Absolute value of minus 30 is positive 30. The difference is 70 minus 30. This is the difference. And we keep the sign of the larger absolute value. Here the larger absolute value is positive. So we carry positive sign and the result obtained is positive 40. Let me take one more example. A smaller integer 10 is added to larger negative integers, say minus 60. What will be the sum? As I mentioned, absolute values we need to find. Absolute value of 10 and minus 60 are found like this. Then we will find the difference. Difference is 60 minus 10, which is 50, and we take sign of larger absolute value. Here the larger absolute value is 60, so we have to take the sign minus, so minus 50 will be the result. Hope I have made it very clear. Let's learn some more concepts related to addition of integers in the next class. Thank you.